Hello, this is Bérénice from Mines-Nantes Graduate School of Engineering in France. This morning, we will provide useful information for you, international students, and we will focus on our Masters of Science programs entirely taught in English. In a few minutes, you will have some presentations about our three Masters programs, which are the Masters of Science in Management and Optimization of Supply Chains and Transport, the Masters of Science in Project Management for Environmental and Energy Engineering, and the Masters of Science in Sustainable Nuclear Engineering, Applications and Management. We will also present our French summer school program. Feel free to send us your questions so we can focus on the topics you're interested in and answer anything you're curious about. Before talking about our Masters of Science, let's ask a few questions to Dr. Anya Rekile, the head of the International Graduate School. Hello, Anya.
Hello, Bérénice. Hello, everyone.
Okay, so Anya, could you start with a brief overview of Mines-Nantes, please?
Yeah, of course. So Mines-Nantes is one of the best graduate school of engineering in France. We are a member of the Institut Mines-Télécom, a leading group of graduate school of engineering and management in France also. Mines-Nantes is a public higher education and research institute. We are under the supervision of the Ministry of Industry, Economy and Digital Technology. This is to say that we have really close link with many industry in France and all over the world, of course. And all our international Master of Science are accredited by the Ministry of Higher Education and Research. So after Master of Science in Mines-Nantes, you can continue, if you want, in a PhD all over the world. Okay? It's nationally recognized. About Mines-Nantes also, we can say that we have 4 research departments. A research department in nuclear engineering, a research department in control and industrial engineering and computer science, a research department in energy and environmental engineering, sorry, and a research department in social science and management science. All our Master of Science are organized and set up by our research department, by all the professors in our research department. We have also at Mines-Nantes a real international campus. We have enough room on campus for all our students, French and international students. And Mines-Nantes is located on the west coast of France, just 2 hours from Paris. Mm-hmm. So during the weekend, students can go to Paris, 2 hours by TGV. And it's a really dynamic city. We have many industries, many universities, and many cultural events. So, well, it's really nice to live in Nantes.
Okay. Okay, thanks. You're talking about a real international campus. Actually, what is the proportion of students coming from abroad?
So we have on campus about 36% of international students, almost thanks to our international master totally taught in English. So it's quite easy for international students to come here and to study in France. Also we have room on campus, so all the students are there. So it's really intercultural environment.
Okay. And so this morning we're going to focus on our Masters of Science. In which sense do you think they match with the international students' expectations?
That's a good question. At Mines-Nantes, we have 3 Master of Science, international Master of Science, and 1 Erasmus Mundus joint master degree. So all our Master of Science are totally taught in English. For the technical and scientific courses, we give a lot of project management courses also. because you will have a high position in industry with this kind of master degree. So you need to have project management courses. They are also taught in English. So it is international because it's taught in English. We also give 100 hours of courses to learn French language and culture. Yeah, it's very important. Almost if you want to find a master thesis in industry in France, you have to be fluent in French after 3 semesters of academic courses. Yeah, so this is really international. So you don't need to speak a word in French before your arrival here. We have an international team to welcome you. We come to pick up you at the train station or airport. We bring you to your room on campus. We organize a welcome week for all your administrative needs. And we organize also an intercultural seminar with all your classmates to meet them. And then you start the academic courses with 2 intensive weeks of French. So you don't need to speak French before your arrival.
Okay. It sounds great. Well, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Now, I think we're going to present the Masters of Science program. And first, we're going to talk about the Master of Science in Management and Optimization of Supply Chains and Transports. And for that, Professor Thomas Young, who is the head of this master program, is here this morning to answer a few questions. Hello, Thomas.
Hello.
First, could you just introduce the master in a few words?
In a few words, as the name implies, we are both management and optimization. So we are combining the two in both a technical program and a more strategic management program at the same time. So we're providing you both skills to pursue a career in academia or in industry.
Okay. What is the profile of the students who are studying this master?
The profile is most of the students are coming from an engineering background, but this is not a requirement. Also, many of them also have some work experience in the supply chain industry, but this is also not a requirement. We have a very diverse background, so we do look for someone with some technical skills, because there is quite an intensive technical part of the program, but we come from a very diverse student background.
Okay. Which particular courses are included into this Master of Science and makes it different from the other programs that taught in the other universities or schools?
As I mentioned before, I think the key point for our program that differentiates our program from the others is that most supply chain master programs are coming either from engineering schools or from business schools, and these are taught from 2 completely different perspectives. So the engineering programs are generally very, very technical without much management training, and the opposite for the programs coming from business schools. So we are combining these 2, providing you both the softer management skills, strategic skills for supply chain management, but also the underlying mathematical and technical optimization techniques.
Okay. I think there is a master's thesis at the end of this program. Could you tell us more about this, please?
Sure. We have a 6-month, we would call master's thesis. So it's an internship. It can be done either in a company, which most of our students do, or it can be done in a research lab as more of a research thesis if you want to continue on for a PhD after the master program. So we feel this is one of the most valuable parts of the program, because it really gives the student the opportunity to apply all of the skills they learned in the classroom, and gives them the work experience ready to start their career. And many of our students are actually receive job offers from the internships that they complete. So this is a very good start to their career.
Okay, and so what kind of job do they get after this?
They work for many of the large Fortune 500 companies that exist in France. So many of these large companies, our students do internships and are offered permanent positions afterwards, as well as some smaller consulting firms, management firms in the industry.
Okay. Well, do you want to add anything about the presentation of this master?
No, I think I covered the general
Yeah.
aspects,
Okay.
but I'm happy to answer any questions.
Yes,
if there
that's
are
what I
some.
wanted to say. If you have any questions, just do not hesitate to send it to us, and we will try to answer them as soon as possible. In the meantime, we're going to continue with the next Master of Science program, the Master of Science in Project Management for Environmental and Energy Engineering. And this is a presentation by Professor Bruno Lacarrière, who is the head of this Master of Science. Hello, Bruno.
Hello, Gavis. Hello, everybody.
Okay, so I will have the same questions for you, so you can introduce your master program in a few sentences first.
Yeah, sure. So the master program PM3 stands for Project Management for Energy and Environment Engineering, aims to provide three main skills to the students. The first one is about project management, the second one is about energy engineering, and the third one is about environmental engineering. This is the originality of this program, because we combine three skills which are necessary in the world today to combine all the main issues we have to deal with now.
Okay. And which profile of applicant is
The
most successful
yeah.
for the selection?
The challenge for us is to be able to gather many profiles all together and to give the necessary skills to be able to reach this objective for being a professional of energy engineering and project management together. So as it is a more than 10 years old program, we know that the successful backgrounds are very different. We can have some chemical engineers, mechanical engineers, environmental engineers, civil engineering, also electrical, industrial engineering. Based on our experience, it works. Each year we can deal with these different backgrounds and we can provide the necessary complementary knowledge for them to be able to be part of this program.
And so which particular courses are very different from the other programs in energy and environment?
The originality of this program is based on these three main targets I mentioned previously. So, for instance, in the project management aspect, we introduce a strong component of international negotiation and international management. Like this, we can have some students able to work everywhere in the world, knowing that these students come from many countries in the world, which make it relevant. The second aspect is about the technical content for both energy and engineering and environmental engineering. Regarding the environmental science, we teach the process engineering for water treatment, air treatment, and waste treatment. And for the energy part, we deal with energy efficiency as well as renewable energies combined all together, building the bridge between the environmental consequences of energy solutions and the need of energy in the environmental processes.
Okay. This Master of Science also includes a master thesis, an internship during 6 months.
Yeah, sure.
We have a question actually from Nicholas. I don't know if it was for the previous presentation, the other Master of Science, but anyway, this question can be for all our three Masters of Science, which is, can you help to find internship? Can you tell us what happened for your students?
Yeah, sure. From the general aspect about the internship called also master thesis, for the PM3 program, the content of the program during the 3 academic semester is relevant enough to propose either an internship in industry or a master's thesis more research oriented in research department in universities or national laboratories. So we have this flexibility in the possible type of internships. Regarding the help we can provide for finding this internship, of course, there is a strong support of École des Mines to help the students. And added to this, the lecturers involved in the master program itself are very useful because it's the starting point of a professional network for the students. And like this, they can contact relevant persons in institutions worldwide in order to find either an internship or a master thesis, and even later to find a job position.
Yeah, because many of the professors of our Master of Science come from the industrial world, actually. And another question was about the location for the internship. Is it possible to do it? I mean, of course, in France, but in another country?
Yeah, sure, both in fact. And if we have a look to the survey done regularly by École des Mines on the former students and what they did for both the master thesis and also the job position after the program, we can see that the international dimension of this program is also true after the program. Some people coming from one region in the world can either go back to their region or go in another region in the world or even stay in France. We have all the situations possible, in fact.
Yes, and at the end of the program, what are the job offers, the job possibilities? Can you give some examples?
Yeah, for sure. We have some students aiming to work in big industries, international companies in link with the environmental and energy issue. We have also some students aiming to work as a consultant in the small and medium companies, or even by starting their own activity. We had this in the past, some students making the time of the internship the first steps of entrepreneurship, in fact. We have also some students willing to pursue the studies in the PhD programs in France, but not only, also abroad.
Okay. Well, do you have anything else to add about the?
Yeah, I can of course encourage you to apply for this master program. As I said, it's a 10 years old program, even more. So that means it exists already a network of former students. I encourage you to try to contact through the social networks because they are, of course, online with the communication technologies.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, I think it's time for our third Master of Science, the Master of Science in Sustainable Nuclear Engineering, Applications and Management, and we will have a presentation by Professor Abdesalam Abdelouas, who is the head of this Master of Science. Hello.
Hello.
Well, can you first introduce your master in a few words, please?
Okay, so I am the responsible of the Sustainable Nuclear Engineering Application and Management Master. It is a 2 years master program with basics in nuclear physics and nuclear chemistry. And in the second year, we have two specialization. One is dedicated to radioactive waste management, and the second one is dedicated to nuclear energy production.
Okay, so there are two specializations.
Yes.
The students choose one, of course.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so I guess that the profile of your applicants are quite various because of this.
Yes, of course. Typically, applicants come with a background in mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, physics, and also chemistry. So chemistry is very important in the nuclear fuel cycle, which is closely related to radioactive waste management.
Okay. Okay. So what are the particular courses included in your program, and what?
We are enriching our program year to year, after year. And typically this year we enriched the program with lectures from experts from the Atomic Energy International Agency on, for instance, non-proliferation issues, which are very important to countries that would like to use nuclear energy, We also included lecturers from other institutions such as the European Commission about dismantlement and remediation of nuclear waste sites.
Okay. This Master of Science also include a master thesis, right?
Yes, of course.
Just before you talk about the specificity of the master thesis for this Master of Science, I just wanted to add to answer a question again from Nicholas, who was asking if he does this internship, which is obligatory for any Master of Science here. If he does it in Sweden, does it work? Of course, I guess,
yes.
For any master, most PM3 or for the Master in Sustainable Nuclear Engineering, the Master of the internship is obligatory, and you can do it anywhere in the world.
Yes, of course. We for instance, this year we had students who did their internship in Canada. Others, one of them also a Russian guy, did his internship in the international agency in Vienna. So, I mean, Sweden, for instance, is a nuclearized country, which have very good companies, which were good universities that could welcome a student for internships.
Okay, and so does some student continue on PhD after these programs, or do they look for a job?
Let's say, I mean, typically an international student, they are very well attracted by doing a PhD. So, for instance, this year, among like 25 students, we had like 5 students who were are continuing in a PhD program in France in very good institutions. I would like just to mention that the fact that choosing an internship in a good institution or a good company is very important to in order to prove that your value, then you can continue in a PhD within the same institutions.
Okay. Yes, of course. And for the industrial world, are there what kind of jobs that the student can find if they want to work right after the program?
The program is designed to for instance, the nuclear energy production program. They have courses, more or less theoretical courses of nuclear physics. So some students can also go into like more theoretical career, while most of them they can go to work. They can work at in the industry, energy production. They can work in waste management agencies to manage this radioactive waste. They also do those who continue as PhD, so they can go to nuclear institute. For instance, in France, we have a lot of them. So, I mean, let's say the market is really wide and the choice is very, very large.
Okay. Something else to conclude, or I think?
Well, what I would like to say, I mean, our program is really constructed within a big department, nuclear engineering and physics department, with about 200 people, and we have many research groups. So the student, they can also be in touch with the research and development that are being done at the department. And they can also benefit from the connections that have our professors with the industry and also with other universities. So, I mean, we can really advise them depending on what they want, what they wish to go forward and to succeed in their career.
Yes, I mean that there's an industrial support and also an administrative support from our team.
Of course.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I was just checking if there were some new questions. Maybe something that could be interesting for the three Masters of Science program is about the application process. It's the same. It's common for the three programs. Of course, you have to prepare some separate applications if you want to apply for both, for 2 or 3 programs. The process is like this. You have to apply between October and June each year. The students have to upload the required documents on an online platform. They receive the result about 1 month after they submit the complete application. Once the students are admitted, we keep close contact with the students. We help them, we guide them to prepare their studies in France. As we said at the beginning, we have students residents here. So we guide the students so they can book a room here. Actually, it's not student room, it's some small apartments, individual and furnished, with a private bathroom and a small kitchen. Besides, we prepare everything with the students, contacted by email or over the phone if you have some special requests or some questions. We arrange the airport or train station pickup when the new students arrive here in Nantes, so they will not be too lost in this new environment full of French people. By the way, our engineering institute also has a foreign language center, and we offer a French summer school in July and August. So it means that any student coming from any country, any university can come here 4 weeks to 7 weeks during summer to study French language and culture classes. This program also gives the possibility for students to live in a French family and enjoy the activities which are organized each evening and each weekend. So this is a real, this is a 100% immersion in the French culture. Our language center has been awarded the prestigious label French as a Foreign Language, which certifies the quality of the French teaching here. So this is for our French summer school. There's a new question from Anna. Are you offering French classes during the MSc taught in English? Yes, exactly. For our 3 Masters of Science, so the 3 Masters we have just presented, there are some French classes every week. So as Dr. Anya Rekile explained at the beginning, when the program starts, when the Master of Science starts in September, there are 2 weeks of French intensive classes at the beginning. So you can improve quite quickly and you will feel more comfortable in your new environment. Then when the real program starts, every week you will have 2 to 3 hours of French language and culture classes. So you can go on improving your French skills. Our aim anyway is that your French is good enough to be able to do the internship in a French company at the end of the Master of Science program. But of course, if you do not want, Nicholas, you can still do the internship in another country, Sweden, for example. Do we have some other questions? It seems that no. Okay, yes, we do. Just a second. Thank you, Valérie. Different. Yes. Okay. So we are Mines-Nantes, and as you may know, there are also some other schools called Mines in France, in some other cities. The programs are, I mean, the core programs for the engineering degree is, the same, but of course the specialization are different, according to the schools. Besides, the Master of Science are not provided in all these schools. So at Nantes we have 3, and you have to check maybe for the other ones if they have also Master of Science taught in English. But that's a particularity that we have here in France. By the way, I forgot to answer another question we had a few minutes ago. MSc taught in English, recognized by the French state. Yes, okay, because maybe there was a confusion between the engineering, the Master of Science in Engineering and the Master of Science. Our Master of Science taught in English, of course, are recognized by the French state. They are accredited by the Ministry of Higher Research and Department. They are the same level as the Master of Science in Engineering. It means that in France we have we call it +5 higher studies education degree. And what is important anyway is that no matter you have a Master of Science in Engineering or a Master of Science degree, it's still offered by a graduate school of engineering, what we call Grande École in France, and that's the most important, and what the industries, the employers will look on the resume of the students. Sorry? Yes, accredited. My colleague is just checking if I have said the right word. So I just repeat, our Masters of Science are accredited by the Ministry of Higher Education and Research. So it allows the students to work directly in the professional world, of course, but also if they want to continue on PhD, they can continue anywhere in the world. It's an international standard. All right. What else? I think there are no more questions, so maybe we will just stop the right now. Anyway, if you have missed the opportunity to send your question this morning, if you want to have more details about Mines-Nantes Graduate School of Engineering, about our Master of Science program, about our French summer school program, you can check our website here, www.mines-nantes.fr. And for each Masters of Science that we have presented, here is the direct page. So I just summarized again the name of this Masters of Science. So MAST stands for Management and Optimization of Supply Chains and Transport. PM3E is for Project Management for Environmental and Energy Engineering. And SNEAM stands for Sustainable Nuclear Engineering Applications and Management. If you want to send directly your questions to us, there's no problem. You can use this email, International Students Office, in one single word, at mines-nantes.fr. And actually, I received the email, so I will be more than happy to answer all your questions in the coming days. Do not hesitate to send email. And it seems that we have another questions from Thomas.
Which one?
But we're waiting for the end of the question. Sorry, just a second. That's the difficulty of presenting something live. So Thomas is asking, can you help to find apartments? Okay, Thomas, you were probably not with us just 5 minutes ago. So as we explained, Mines-Nantes has a student residence for the students. So any student admitted into our program can book a room here. These rooms are small apartments, about 18 square meters. They are furnished and they include a private bathroom and a kitchen with fridge and everything you need. You also have the network connection, internet connection. So if you're admitted in one of our programs, there's no problem. We will be in contact with you and we will provide you the information to book a room. And there are enough room for all of you. Some of them are in the campus and some of the room. If you prefer living in the city center, you can also book a room in the city center, which belongs also to us. Our campus actually is located 7 kilometers from the city center of Nantes. It's quite convenient to go to the city center. We have a bus just next to the campus, and it takes about 20 minutes to go there. You have everything you need actually in the campus. You have all the facilities. So you have rooms for the students. You have a student restaurant, gymnasium, any sports facilities. We have some tennis courts outside. And what is good to be outside the city center is that we have space. So we're just located next to a forest, and the river also is just behind. So the people who like running can have some nice sports activity just next to the campus. Okay. I think we have nothing else. I'm asking my colleagues who are checking the questions. Is it okay for the questions? Something else? So that's okay. Okay, so I think we will stop here. Do not hesitate to contact us on these links, on this email. Thank you very much for watching this presentation. Thank you for your questions, and also a special thanks to Campus France, who has offered this great opportunity to meet students. Have a nice day and see you soon in Mines-Nantes. Goodbye.